All right, Laura, thank you as always. We'll be back to this, of course, but I'll shift to the other story that's been developing this afternoon, the Mayorkas impeachment after a week-long delay. The House delivering those articles of impeachment against the Homeland Security Secretary to the Senate today. Been watching it live here on NewsNation. Democrats controlling that chamber expected to hold just a very short trial that actually could wrap up as soon as this week, the way they're talking. NewsNation's Joe Khalil's on top of it. He's live on Capitol Hill with us right now. So we've been watching live as this kind of develops. We watch the kind of dramatic walk over and some of the speaking on the floor. Where are we now?
Yeah, so Chairman of the House Homeland Security Committee, Mark Green, is just wrapping up. As I'm talking to you now, he's on to the second article, which is much shorter than the first one. The first one that he was charged with was essentially being not enforcing the immigration laws on the books. And the second article, which he is reading now, is lying to Congress when Secretary Mayorkas said that the border was secure. Those are the charges against him, Connell. You talked about it. We saw that dramatic walk. The House impeachment managers, these 11 Republicans that were selected to do it, taking that walk into the Senate chamber as soon as Chairman Green wraps up here. That's going to be it for the day. They're going to leave, and then tomorrow is where the work really picks up for the Senate. And as you mentioned, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer has promised that he will, in fact, swear in the Senate as jurors. That's about all it may go. We've heard from a number of Senate Democrats who've effectively said they want this to be done with and over quickly. Now, if all Democrats in the Senate stick together, they do have the votes to what they call table this, which means essentially dismiss it. Republicans, though, they have been pushing back, saying, look, even if you don't agree with the impeachment articles, you should at least hear the evidence out. There should be a trial. That's our job as senators. This is Mitch McConnell and how he framed it just this morning.
Never before has the Senate agreed to a motion to table articles of impeachment, not for an officer of either party, not once. It would be beneath the Senate's dignity to shrug off our clear responsibility.
All right, and we actually heard our anchor Nichole say last hour, it's possible the reading of the articles here that's happening now may last longer than the actual trial tomorrow, you know, if there is one. That certainly could be true. We'll see how this plays out, Connell.
It is interesting, Joe, right? Because we talk about impeachment as a political process. It is. So even if when a president's impeached, it's by nature a political exercise. That's what impeachment is. It's. Yeah. But this is interesting because we already know the outcome, right? We 100% do. But I guess for Republicans, it's just about getting at least the evidence as they see it heard. That's their best case, their only case.
Yeah, and I mean, to your point, it's interesting because we've had in the last 4.5 years 3 of these moments where you've had House impeachment managers, 2 on the Democratic side, now this one Republican-led, walk those articles of impeachment across and hand them in to the Senate. Now, whether you agree with any one of those, 2 being former President Trump and this one on Mayorkas, it is, I think, a moment to just stand back and reflect on the fact that the founders did not imagine it happening this often. Impeachment was a very useful tool, something that was heavy and important, but was meant to be rare. And we're seeing a lot of this. So, you know, it's just noteworthy that history will, I think, reflect that in the last couple of years, we're seeing quite a few of these impeachments.
Well, it is interesting. I mean, I said it yesterday with the Trump trial, whatever you think of the charges, it's historic because it's never happened before. In this case with a cabinet member, it has, but it was, you know, back in the Civil War era, so it hasn't happened in a long time, let's put it that way. Joe, thank you. Joe Khalil on Capitol Hill. Let's see the Senate floor, guys, if we can, see if they're still talking about all this, and we'll continue to monitor all of this. Thanks so much for watching. Just go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your television provider, and don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.